Good evening, happy President's Day, and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Ainsley Ehlers.
And I'm Adrian Ellis. In their weekly COVID-19 update, Aubry University reported 92 positive cases for the week of February 6th. This is 3 fewer cases than the week before, which saw 75 total positive. The total number of positive cases since September 6th is 1,953 for Auburn's main campus. If you suspect you have been exposed to COVID-19, self-report to the Aubry University Medical Clinic or on Auburn's COVID Resource Center.
Multiple Walmart locations in Auburn and Opelika, as well as the Auburn Sam's Club, will be administering COVID-19 vaccines to eligible individuals. The Alabama Department of Public Health announced Tuesday that eligible Alabamians can now receive a COVID-19 vaccine through Walmart and Sam's Club locations throughout the state. Among the locations offering COVID-19 vaccines in the area include the Walmart on East University, South College, and Shug Jordan, as well as the Sam's Clubs on Bank Creek Road. To check availability and schedule an appointment, visit walmart.com/COVID-vaccine and samsclub.com/COVID.
As the number of Americans getting vaccinated against COVID-19 continues to rise, so do concerns over the highly contagious virus variants. This has led to some to suggest the need for a yearly COVID shot, much like the flu vaccine.
Across the U.S., the race against coronavirus variants continues. About 1 in 10 Americans have now received at least one dose of the vaccine.
I already had COVID, and so I'm a little bit nervous because of the reinfection rate. That's the big thing right now. I wasn't as nervous. I was going to wait it out and wait till later on when it's not so urgent, but I thought I better get in on it now because of the reinfection.
Only one state now, Alaska, is showing an upward trend in coronavirus cases, but new CDC data shows nearly 950 known cases of the highly contagious virus variants in the U.S. CEO of vaccine maker Johnson & Johnson now suggesting those mutations may mean an annual COVID shot will be needed for years to come. The company asked the FDA for an emergency use authorization of its vaccine last week, and a green light could further boost vaccination doses available across the U.S.
Supply will increase, and we have to make sure that American public sees the data and has reliable sources to go to so they increase their comfort in being able to take the vaccine.
A new Gallup poll of more than 4,000 Americans taken at the end of January shows 71% of those surveyed are now willing to get COVID-19 vaccines, but 2/3 were not satisfied with how vaccination is going in the U.S. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
As Auburn returns to on-campus operations, the university wants to remind students of the safety measures and the regulations that should be followed to keep the campus safe.
As the semester progresses and Auburn's Sentinel testing program continues, students share their thoughts on the program and Auburn's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic.
I wanted to do my part. I got the email and I felt inclined to because I want the Auburn experience that's been advertised to me. And so if we all pitch in, although we may have masks on, I think that experience can still be attained. So I'm all about Sentinel testing.
To sum up the process, you get there at the Coliseum, you're able to go in, show your green screen, make sure that you're in the right spot. They test you and you're out. So it's a great, quick process. It gave me peace of mind, and I would highly encourage my fellow peers to do it just because it can't hurt anything.
Coming up, students held a protest on Saturday and 2 village dorms are being renamed. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6.
Class wasn't in session for a group of Auburn University students who protested in front of a noticeable building on campus. Eagle Eye's reporter Elaine Mayfield has more.
It's a shocking plan. It's shocking in the fact that at the beginning of it, she said it was going to cost $900 million, and now it's projected to cost $3.7 billion. It's a bad deal for Alabamians. No matter where on the political spectrum you lie, it's fiscally and financially bad.
We spend more money incarcerating people and keeping people in prison and paying for their imprisonment than we do on mental health services in the state. Yeah, investing in communities and scholarships, give people educations. So that's what it means. There are many ways that you can invest in your community and not invest in means of just locking people up where they never have a chance.
The Eagles program, housed in Auburn University's College of Education, is now hiring Level 1 Wings male resident assistants. Eagles is a comprehensive transition program for students with intellectual disabilities. The program provides a post-secondary education opportunity for students with intellectual disabilities to engage in a 2- or 4-year campus experience to help students achieve their employment and independent living goals upon successful completion of the program. In addition to making a positive impact on the lives of others and the Auburn campus, these peer mentors receive free campus housing, stipends, a meal plan, and most importantly, lifelong friendships and memories.
Last week, Eagle Eye's AJ Rivera was joined by Dr. Bobby Woodward to discuss mental health concerns of students, the campus recreation and wellness center, and more.
We offer, say, counseling and psychological services online, that where you can call and do that and got permission to do that online, so that we're still having been in touch with our students, but at the same time providing them with a service and programs that we have. You got to take care of your mental well-being, and we need to figure out what is the happy spot or the smooth spot for you to do that. Each individual is different. A lot of people are still worried about the COVID virus going around and the health and safety of themselves and their family members. But some people are COVID tired, if that makes any sense, is that I just want my life to go back to normal. And, you know, we know normal is not really normal for everyone. There was a lot of stuff going on in the world also, some social justice and some unrest. There was a presidential election that was kind of heated. So there was a lot going on. So for us, we want you to be able to reach out to anywhere. So first off, you can reach out to any office on this campus. It does not have to be in student affairs. They will get you in the right area. For us, you can definitely reach out to my office in student affairs or any of the other functional areas in student affairs, but you always have the Auburn Cares office and counseling and psychological services, because we know how popular it is. And again, I'm gonna go back to that wellness triangle. You gotta have that physical part of it, but also the social to talk to people. So the CDC recommends 6 feet and mask. And we know when in our campus recreation wellness center here, that if you're doing physical activity, you don't have to wear a mask. We encourage a mask, but you don't have to wear it. So we're still going to maintain that 6 foot distance. Well, you can't play basketball with a 6 foot distance. We have a Sentinel testing program. It is voluntary. If you get pulled and you go in, and it takes about 8 minutes from start to finish to do this, the more those numbers, the more people we got getting in, and our positive numbers go down, the more we can open up more facilities and open up. So I highly encourage everyone to go to Sentinel testing, because as that percentage goes down, we can open more things up.
Make sure to watch the full Plain Talk, which can be found on our website.
The Auburn Board of Trustees announced that 2 Village Residence Halls will be named in honor of Josetta Britton Matthews and Bessie Mae Holloway, 2 Black women heralded as Auburn University's trailblazers. Eagle Hall will be renamed in honor of Matthews, and Tiger Hall will be renamed in honor of Holloway. Elizabeth Huntley and James Pratt, co-chairs of the Board of Trustees Task Force, made the announcement during the Auburn Board of Trustees February 5th meeting. Josetta Britton Matthews was the first Black student to graduate from Auburn, earning her master's degree in 1966 and doctorate in 1975, both in education. She also became the first Black faculty member of Auburn, starting as a French and history instructor in 1972. Bessie Mae Holloway was the first Black member and only the second woman to serve on the Board of Trustees, serving from 1985 to 2000. Elizabeth Huntley, only the second Black woman to serve on the Board of Trustees, said she is proud to continue Holloway's legacy.
Auburn will be hosting its 2021 virtual Auburn Research Student Symposium March 29th through April 2nd. This year's symposium will showcase the research and work of graduate and undergraduate students. Undergraduate and graduate students are invited to give oral presentations, posters, and creative scholarship presentations. Students from all disciplines are welcome to participate. To view and submit research submissions, you can visit Auburn's symposium website.
Provost Dr. Bill Hargrave also joined AJ Rivera in a Plain Talk 2 weeks ago. They discussed what went into deciding the wellness days as well as plans for final exams this semester.
I know the students wanted a spring break. Look, we all wanted a traditional spring break. But when we had to make that decision for the calendar, which was back in the fall semester, at that time, and even right now, it's just not wise to be in a situation where people are out there, where they're traveling and then coming back to campus. That we know from the fall semester, and we know from what we've seen across the country at college campuses, if we can get our students here and we can keep them around campus and keep them in the area, it's much safer on everyone. Last year, when we were planning our fall calendar, which we had to do in the summer, and we knew that our students would be taking a break at Thanksgiving, right? We were not going to keep our students here through Thanksgiving. So again, to reduce that possibility that our students went home for the holidays and then came back to campus and perhaps carried the virus with them, then we made the decision that once we broke for Thanksgiving, we would not reconvene on campus. We don't have that break in the spring. As we talked about, we don't have the spring break. So we just go ahead and continue the semester as we normally would and have finals as we normally would.
When we come back, we take a look at what's in the national news and we talk about President's Day.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. Thousands of ballots were found in the mailbox of Auburn employers in Bessemer, Alabama. Those workers, some of whom have concerns about job security, are now voting about possibly joining a union.
The Amazon Fulfillment Center opened its brand new facility in Bessemer not even a year ago, and already employees are unhappy. They complain about unsafe working conditions, poor treatment, and threatened job security. They're hoping a union can help change that.
Employees want to know that they can't be fired for nothing, that ultimately they have to do something really wrong or negligent in order to lose their job.
Joshua Brewer, a rep with Retail, Wholesale, and Department Store Union, believes Amazon isn't concerned about losing money by increasing wages. Instead, he says it's about not losing authority.
If it was about wages, then Amazon would have just given a wage increase without spending the millions and millions of dollars that they've spent trying to keep a union out. So it tells you, it's about power and it's about control.
But Amazon workers want some power and control too. To have a union, more than half of those who vote must say yes.
You know, we've had thousands and thousands of workers sign support cards, and so, you know, we believe that those workers will turn out and they'll have their voice heard.
All ballots have to be received by the federal government on March 29th. That's when voting ends. The results of the election should be known by early April. Alabama is a right-to-work state, which means employees don't have to join a union if it passes.
If love isn't exactly in the air for you this Valentine's Day, here's a unique gift that could maybe offer revenge. The South Carolina Zoo is letting people name a roach after someone you'd rather forget. The Greenville Zoo has some Madagascar hissing cockroaches.
We are initiating our first annual.
And for $15, not only will the roach get your ex's
have the opportunity to name one of our beloved cockroaches to a deserving or not so deserving Valentine that you have in mind. The proceeds are a great way to support the zoo and help us to raise funds for our programs, our animals, their exhibits, and just the daily operation.
Today is President's Day. The day honors George Washington's birthday. It is used to be celebrated on his actual birthday, February 22nd, but Congress passed a law in 1968 changing certain legal holidays to Mondays. Ironically, the change means President's Day would never again fall on Washington's birthday. Today, the holiday celebrates other presidents, like Abraham Lincoln, whose birthday is also in February. President's Day is usually marked by public ceremonies in Washington and throughout the country. Every year, Washington's former plantation, Mount Vernon, offers free admission.
This week's Pet of the Week from the Lee County Humane Society is Lady. With a name like Lady, it's no surprise that this 5-year-old is such a woman of refinement. Lady enjoys her team time and reading literature by the fire. Of course, she's not all curtsies and cursive. Miss Lady has a silly side she'd love to show you through a game of fetch or tug of war. She's vaccinated and microchipped, unaltered, and has been heartworm treated. Apply to adopt Sweet Lady today. We're out of time, but for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm Ainsley Ehlers.
And I'm Adrian Ellis. Thanks for watching, and War Eagle.